Attention everyone. I know I addressed the Track 1s when they finished their first week. I also had a chance to speak with Track 2s during their first week. This is, however, my first chance to see you all in one place assembled into your permanent teams. I'm sure things seem as if they are happening very fast. From your perspective, that may be true. From my perspective, I see a great journey beginning. A journey that begins here today and ends when you are no longer called alphas in training. You will be called alpha teams. Superheroes. You may have been invited to Alpha because you were born special, but the title of superhero, of Alpha graduate, must be earned. Your coaches will be your guide through this journey, and you will become a superhero under their watchful eyes. Only then will you be ready to become an Alpha team assigned to a city, to the world. Over the course of the last few decades, Alpha level graduates in the field have earned something very valuable, the public trust. Citizens and world leaders alike have come to expect and rely on a standard from Alpha graduates, a standard that includes things more important than power. Intangibles are the real standard at Alpha. Intangibles like honor, integrity, morality, honesty, and the character that will see you through any challenge. These are the true lessons of your journey here. Master these lessons and everything else will fall into place. Coaches, the Alphas are yours. Dr. DeClute sat back down to eat dinner with the HU reps sitting around her. After dinner, attendees stood and mingled with each other. Red shirts were quick to gather to talk about team selections. Hitters congratulated each other on their placements. Newer coaches also gathered around to talk about how to mold the new personalities that they were now responsible for. Bioforce quietly found her way over to her grandmother, Dr. DeClute. Dr. DeClute, I have a question for you. What is it, honey? Dr. DeClute smiled at the formality of her granddaughter's approach. Coach Connors says he was with Omni during the Coalition's war. Is that true? Connors was Omni's right hand and more during the war. You are in the care of the best coach we have. Also, I know your coach will tell you that you're allowed to share your identity with your teammates. You can also tell them that we're related. Dr. DeClute put a hand on her shoulder. Thank you for helping bring me here. I think I'm going to like it here. I do already. I knew you would. Go now. Get to your teammates. Bioforce left her grandmother and joined her teammates. Virtuoso was asking Coach Connors important questions about the academy. Are you going to change the rules for E-Out? I am. Connors paused to wait for everyone to listen close. Your phone and video phone will be open all the time. Your academic computer's access will be open from 0600 to 2200. What about recreational computers? Midas asked. You mean computer games? No. Your computers have no games. Nor are you allowed any computer games, Connors said. What did we do wrong? Virtuoso asked. Nothing. You've done nothing wrong. I don't want you distracted while you're settling in. Tell you what, you want video games, you earn them. Impress me with your academics, and I'll get you whatever video game system you want for Christmas. Christmas? Said Midas. If 20 weeks is too long, it can be next Christmas. Connors spoke with a threatening tone. Midas and the others knew this was not an argument to be won. Olympian held his head high and spoke. If you say no video games until Christmas, then it's no video games until Christmas, coach. Suck up, Virtuoso thought to Midas, she, and Bioforce. The three of them had to hold back laughter while facing their coach. I'll see you all in the morning early. I'll turn all your electronics on then. Darkspeed, get them back to their dorms and in bed with the lights out as soon as you can. Good night, Connors said and walked away. Darkspeed looked at the other team members who looked at him. You know the old saying, who died and made you king? Well, no one died, and I'm not king. But, as leader of the team, I have to start assuming that role. He continued. So, for good or bad, I'll be giving direction to the rest of you. You may not like taking orders. Well, try being the one responsible for the team and see if it's any easier. What I'm asking you is to please work with me as we get this whole team thing worked out, okay? Upon hearing his words, the other first team members softened up to Darkspeed and gave him the nod as leader. They all left the hotel with him and made their way back to the dorm. Hours after the dinner had ended, Coach Connors met Dr. DeClute in her office. Dr. DeClute found herself trying to calm the first coach. The decision was made by Mr. McFarland, secretary of the HU. I had nothing to do with it, she said. It was in Alpha's charter not to accept students from nations that did not recognize the sovereign rights of other nations. The Israeli and 4 of those Arabs should not be here. It's a violation of how... Dr. DeClute interjected. Of how you would like things to be? I know what you did in the war. I know your sacrifice. But at some point, you need to trust others and their decisions. If we don't start bringing that part of the world on board, when will they ever be on board? It seems too quick. I would rather we extend the olive branch too early than never give them a chance, she said in a regal tone. I hope you're right. Dr. DeClute paused for this segment of the conversation to end before addressing what she wanted to talk about. While we are on the subject of decisions, I would like to ask you about yours. Which ones? I understand and support your choices for healer, hitter, stealth, and brain. Actually, I'm always impressed you're able to find them before the HU recruiters. But your leader and anchor are where my concerns lie. Darkspeed has all the tools to be a great leader and superhero, Connor said. I know he has greatness in his blood, but we both know what else is in there. Connors looked hard and somber at Dr. DeClute. I know. I've thought a lot about the decision to bring him here. What might happen if things don't go well? If that day comes, I'll be the one to do it. I'll take it all on my head. Knowing that, why did you bring him here? I owe it to the old man to give the kid a chance. It would be shameful to leave his legacy in disgrace. And what kind of superhero would I be if I gave up loyalty? Dr. DeClute knew not to question him on that subject. You're 11-year-old. Do you think he's up to first anchor? No, not yet. But he will be. Give him time. You're sure? For the first time in a long time, I'm bet my life sure.